Parkview family. I'm going to be reading today from John 13, 1 through 17. It was just before a Passover festival. Jesus knew that the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with a towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," said Peter, "you shall never wash my feet." And Jesus answered, "Unless I wash your feet, you have no part with me." "Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Jesus answered, "Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean, and you are clean. Though not every one of you, for he knew who was going to betray him, and that was why he said not every one was clean." When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asked them. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly, I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them." Jesus does something that no one expects just hours before he is crucified. As he and the disciples are gathered for the Passover meal, and instead of taking the seat of honor, the creator of the universe kneels and begins to wash the feet of his friends. But Peter resists. "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" he asks. Jesus' reply is a reminder of our short-sightedness. Jesus tells him, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." How often do we live in verse 7? We do not understand what Jesus is doing in our lives. The circumstances confuse us. The timing feels off. The path seems upside down. And yet Jesus invites us to trust that understanding comes later. Acting in faith often precedes clarity. Instead, we are invited to see Jesus' kneeling as a revelation of the very heart of God. A God who stoops to serve and sacrifices for those he loves. In the moment, it seems inappropriate, but Jesus is giving us a glimpse of our Heavenly Father's love. And then comes verse 14. "Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet." Jesus chose the posture of a servant to reveal the heart of his Father. And then he commands us to follow his example. We see that no act of love is beneath us because Jesus washed feet. We see that no act of humility is optional because Jesus knelt, humbling himself before his disciples. This command to wash one another's feet is not about cleanliness or the ritual, but it is about a new way of life. One that reveals the love of our Father. So today I want to challenge you to trust him in the moments that you don't understand. As you wait for that great unveiling when we do see fully what it is God has been doing in our life. And I challenge you today to look for opportunities to serve, not so that you can be doing good in the world, but so that we can reveal the love of our Heavenly Father to those with whom we interact. I pray that this Holy Thursday, this Maundy Thursday, is one of love, of understanding, and of blessing as we kneel and we serve those which the Lord has entrusted us.